What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek, and today I am talking about VHS 85, released October 6th, 2023. It is the sixth installment in the VHS franchise, and as per usual, watched it on Shudder. So, I'm going to be talking some spoilers. I'm not going to go super in-depth with cast, directors. We're just going to talk about the stories. I think I'm going to inevitably mention a couple. I mean, for the most part, these movies don't really have like, oh my god, Brad Pitt's in this or something like that, because obviously that deserves mentioning. A lot of the times they're unknown, so that's why I don't bother mentioning them. And some people could say, well, the directors aren't unknown, and I was like, well, I'm going to mention one this time, but I'm not going to mention for every single one. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. Total copy. That's the glue of the movie in between each story. This was solid. I mean, it was predictable and okay is where I would leave it. Dealing with a shape-shifting alien. So you can kind of already guess how that's going to go. Because it does go that way. No Wake. Okay. This one started off, it caught my eye. Because I was like, okay, we got 7 kids. They're going to a camp. Or like a lake. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. What should I be expecting here? Should I be expecting like a Tuesday the 17th from VHS 1? A slasher? Like, I kind of already had the train tracks down, and I was going down that. And then the kids start getting shot, like when they're on the boat. 5 of them went out on the boat, 2 of them didn't. So 4 kids have gotten into the lake at this point, which that is going to come up again. And like a girl gets her face kind of blown off. Guy gets shot in the back of the head. Don't really know where the one girl gets shot because she was like the one water skiing and going to get into the boat. They just showed her laying there. I can't remember exactly if you could see a bullet hole or anything. But then after every person is shot dead, they start waking up. Well, at least the ones that got into the lake start waking up. And at first, I was like, well, the one guy you didn't get like where he got shot, so maybe he just got like hit in the arm and like passed out, like he's a bitch or something. I don't know. And but then you start being like, okay, the girl who got her jaw shot off is awake and perfectly fine. What in the hell is going on? And they go back up to the camp, or the RV, sorry, Winnebago, whatever. And they see just a 7 painted on the side of the Winnebago in blood. Find out the other 2 kids got killed. And then what I'm assuming is supposed to be shy, insecure girl who's kind of coming out of her shell a little bit. She's like, we need to find the people who did this and basically get revenge on them. And then it ended. And I was like, well, what? Come on. Don't leave me with blue balls here. Like, I want to see this play out. So, not going to lie, I was a little pissed at the end. We'll double back here in a little bit, though. God of Death. This one takes place involving an earthquake in Mexico City. And I can't remember the specific time frame that this happened in. But from what I read online, this was actually accurate. Like earthquake. God, I wanted to say hurricane. Ugh. An earthquake did happen. Like, so this is based off of some reality. The story, obviously not, because this guy gets saved by this rescue crew, and then they kind of stumble into the fact that like an ancient Aztec god has been awoken and is possessing people and eating hearts. This one, it wasn't bad. It was okay. It's not groundbreaking, but it was definitely, I've seen much worse from VHS than this one. Okay, next we've got TKNOGD, which stands for Techno God. This one was actually really entertaining because it involves a woman putting on a one-woman show where she's basically like, there's some other stuff going on where they're talking about the digital dimension and then the physical dimension and then being in 2 dimensions at once. And then the guy names his VR headset iPhones. It's 1985. I'll just say that. And then she's basically like calling out the god of the digital realm while wearing a full-on getup, so that I guess technically her body could feel pain and be damaged in the digital dimension. So like she gets an arm cut off. I can't remember exactly what all happens to her, but this one was pretty gory and pretty brutal because at the end, like she's just like levitating because the god's like holding her, you know. But people just, oh, it's a show. Okay, it's a show. And the guy goes up at the end and then lifts up the headset, and yeah, her like head is just all kinds of fucked. All in all, this one was pretty solid. It's better than God of Death. I'll say that much. Ambrosia is next. This one, I didn't know what was going on at first. This one did make me very happy. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Because it's dealing with like this girl, you assume it's like a birthday party or like some religious like celebration thing. And then she's outside doing something. And then this kid squirts her with a squirt gun that looks oddly familiar because the kids in No Wake were putting booze in a squirt gun and taking shots. Where'd you get this? Oh, the lady in the RV gave it to me. And you just see the tail end of the RV drive off. You're like, okay, all right. We've got a sequel to No Wake. And at least as far as I can remember in VHS, there hasn't been a story that's like a direct sequel. So this was awesome already. But then it turns out that all the people are there because the chick is the one that killed the kids at the lake. And they all have 7s tattooed. And I guess they've all killed 7 people. Doesn't really go super in depth on like why they are a thing or if they did, I don't remember. But then the cops show up and then there's a massive shootout and the girl kills her cousin because he doesn't want to kill anybody. Makes sense. And then she gets shot dead. But she comes back to life because the kids at the lake filled the squirt gun with the water from the lake. So she can't die. So a coroner's investigating her. And then she comes to life, kills the coroner. And then she realizes what's going on and like tries to blow her own brains out. Like literally went boom. Huh? She couldn't die. So she was going to have to literally spend the rest of what I'm guessing is eternity in prison. So at first, I wasn't the most satisfied with this one because I wanted to see the kids kill them, like kill them all. But the more I sat on this one, I loved it because it's not instant gratification, but holy hell, it is on a whole new level. Last up, Dream Kill. Now this one, I am going to mention the director. Scott Derrickson of Sinister and the Black Phone directed this one. And it does have Deputy So-and-so from Sinister in it. And Freddy Rodriguez, which I don't know him from a lot, but he was awesome in Planet Terror. The only thing I can accurately recall I've seen him in. This one was cool. This one was really unique because the cops are getting these videotapes mailed to them of these murders that happen. Like, so the tape's mailed, and then like 2-3 days later, the murder happens. They're like, how in the fuck is this happening? And then they find out that Deputy So-and-so's son is the one that's sending the tapes. And then they're interrogating him. And he tells them outright, he's like, I got this camcorder, and whenever I sleep, it turns on and it records my dreams. And he's getting premonitions and stuff. So then he's sending them to the cops. Well, then you come to find out that Deputy So-and-so is the one that is killing the people. And then there's a big shootout at the very end, and it ends with Deputy So-and-so's son blowing his brains out. All in all, this one was really good. Scott Derrickson is just a true master, and I love everything he's done. So, there's that. So I guess that's all the stories. Let's move to rewatch, buy, and review. Would I rewatch this one? Yes. Definitely yes. Would I buy this? Yes. Even as a solo? Yes. What score would I give this one? I'm going to give this an 8. VHS 85, out of the 4 that I kind of like blitz watched over the last few days, has been my favorite of the VHSs so far. Now, I've got to watch 1, 2, and Viral again. Viral, I already know I'm not going to like. It's not going to change very much for me. 1 and 2, I can't remember most of them, so that's why I want to go back and give it a fresh look. But that will do it for VHS 85. Please comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of VHS 85. And also drop a like on the video if you had a pretty damn good time with me today, because I had a good time with you. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, have a good one, guys.